Radio silence is a must do whenever you want to get back with an ex. That's the theory. Now, applying it is another story, and I know as a matter of fact, because I help people going through those phases and overcoming this challenge of having a successful radio silence, because there's a conflict within yourself. You really want to contact your ex. The only thing you want is to see them, is to touch them, is to speak with them. Sometimes you think that you can convince them to get back together. If you don't know what is radio silence, if you're not sure about radio silence, I'm going to put a link just above so you have a quick look. But what I want to cover today is how you can find the motivation and how can you make a successful radio silence. Jingle.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
So the first thing is, what will your ex tell you if you contact them? If you break radio silence, it's going to be very easy. You're going to like it. They will tell you, I forgot you existed. Let's get back together. This is what they're going to tell you. No, they're not going to tell you that. It doesn't work like that. In fact, it's actually preventing you from getting back together. The whole point of radio silence and to do radio silence is not to start radio silence and doing it for 3 hours or 3 days, is to really have a long, sustainable and robust radio silence where you basically don't contact your ex. You're basically not showing off about anything else in your life to send signal to. Sometimes I have clients, they tell me like, yeah, I'm not talking to my ex, but I'm posting pictures about swimming because she loves swimming, or I'm posting things about horses and because she loves horses. Well, that's not really radio silence. The same if you say, I haven't spoken with her, but I spent my weekend with her brother. Well, there's a bit of a conflict. And of course, if you're divorced and have kids, it's different. There's always this link. If your coworker is the same, but follow this principle of how to stay focused, how to stay motivated, because at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that not only you get back with your ex, but first you are happier, you are more fulfilled, and you accept the situation, and you not embrace the situation, but you accept the situation and you use it as a drive to get back with your ex and as a drive to build sustainable relationship going forward. And so the reason is why radio silence is very powerful. And again, I'll put a link for you to know what is radio silence. Mystery and seduction go hand in hand. And if you're not familiar with radio silence, you can of course subscribe to the channel. I post videos and tips on a daily basis. So the second thing is you contact your ex and it's sort of working a little bit in your brain, such as a sugar fix. So your body craves the sweetness. You have this image of, okay, I need that cake, and the reward also that you associate with that cake. And so you eat that piece of chocolate or that piece of cake, and for 10 minutes you have your dose, in the sugar rush, you have like, this is what I wanted. And I see that almost every day with my clients. They tell me like, if I just send one text, if I just call her 10 minutes, be strong, hang on, I'll explain you what to do. But then once you have that chocolate, you miss it again. And so you want to have another one and another one and another one. The danger of that is you're going to gain weight if you eat a lot of sugar, obviously. But by doing that, you're going to very quickly become a stalker, become someone who's harassing your ex. You might be watching this video having done that. Did that really work for you? Well, not really. So it's very important for you, anytime you have that idea of I should contact my ex, this sugar, this piece of chocolate that you have in front of you is actually really bad for your health, okay? So my biggest challenge in coaching, and I just want to remind you that I'm offering 50-minute coaching to anyone watching the videos. The idea of those coaching is to get to know you, to also help you out. Sometimes, 15 minutes is really eye-opener for people to understand their situation and to understand, sometimes you're stuck, and having someone who has another pair of eyes can also help you get unstuck and find solutions, find ideas, find the motivation as well. So have a look. The link is in the description. I'll be more than happy to have a chat and discuss with you. So the first thing is to convince people to stay in radio silence. I have to convince really hard. The fact is you have to show strength and dignity. They've asked for, and I think it's most of the case, I'm doing my videos most of the case if you're the dumpy, but even if you're the dumper and you're sort of changing your mind, it's really important to show strength and consistency. You asked for a breakup, you want space, or your ex asked for a breakup, ask for space. You have to accept that and respect their decision. And so by doing that, you're showing strength and dignity. You don't force a person who doesn't want to see you again. It's as simple as that. And the more you push, the more pathetic you look. And if you know me, I'm a bit upfront, I'm a bit harsh, I'm a bit sort of no bullshit kind of person. You're going to come across weak, you're going to come across unstable, you're going to come across psychopathic. Is it really what you want? So again, think of the chocolate, think as a psychopath. Is it real? Is it going to work for you? Okay, keep this in mind. It will help you to stay motivated. And actually, why don't you share in the comment section whether it worked for you, whether you had any other tools to help you stay motivated. Because I know it's hard and a lot of people, they don't know exactly when they have to end the radio silence. Leave me in the comment if you have any questions on your current situation. I'll be more than happy to help. So the fourth one is very important. It's easier to say than to do, obviously, and that's why you need coaching, because sometimes it's very hard to fake it. Sometimes you need just a little push, a sidekick that will help you sort of force yourself to go out of your comfort zone. And I don't know if you know this graph, but it's, happy place is outside of your comfort zone. So yes, you miss it. Yes, you miss the relationship. Yes, you miss the intimacy. Yes, you miss seeing them. But then you show the opposite. You show the opposite. You show that actually you're not missing anything. Why should you miss anything? They decide to break up. You accept. You pretend that you move on. You pretend that you survive, even though deep inside you have those feelings cramping in your stomach, in your chest, this anxiety, this fear. It doesn't matter. You fake it. And you fake it because you're going to develop, by doing that, the ability to move on in life. And I'm actually going to do another video. It reminds me of that, of the cognitive therapy. Is the acts also influence the behavior, the psychology and your thinking. And you create a virtuous circle. Do this experience at home. Smile in front of a mirror for 5 minutes, even less, and you'll find yourself having a feeling of joy just by smiling. And it's going to be the same with relationship if I extrapolate this concept. You just have to fake it. And I know it's hard to do. I know it's weird. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but test it. Do it, trust me. And if you're not sure, have a chat with me. I'm more than happy to help you out and discuss a proper action plan for that. You have to show that you're happy without your ex. It is so important. Because again, the alternative is that you look pathetic, you look weak, you look in need, and that is not sexy. I want you to be sexy, my friend. I want you to be sexy. Number 5, if you show your distress, your ex will react. So if you show your distress, but not like you think. Sometimes we feel like, yeah, but she cared for me, or he cared for me. We had such a strong connection. We helped each other when we had difficulties. So if I show that I'm sad, that I'm crying, that I'm nothing without them, they'll feel sorry. They will feel sorry. Is that a good thing? Is that helping you getting back together? Do you think that if your ex feels sorry for you, she'll be convinced that actually you're the right person? So always think of that when you're about to break radio silence. What sort of image do you want to reflect? They'll feel sorry, but they won't be attracted. You have to create attraction. So create curiosity, attraction, curiosity, they go hand in hand. So my advice when it comes to have a proper radio silence, i.e. a radio silence that works, don't show your life anymore. Meet people and you do things for yourself. So don't think of, I'm gonna go to this place, so I'm gonna take a picture and show it on Instagram. No. You do it for yourself. It's a little bit fake it until you make it. You do activity, you meet other people. Studies about how to fight anxiety, social aspect of life is very important. Find people to do things together, to do hobbies, to do, find a new passion, a new project. Do it with other people, it's even stronger. It will also help you fight an anxiety that you might facing right now. What you have to do now is to leave a doubt in the air. The image of you being happy, having a social life, being, just at the end of the day happy, will leave a doubt in their mind. And that's what will bring them back. It will hurt them. And so it's a bit, I like to say that to my clients, like you need to hurt them. They need to be scared. You're scared as shit, as fuck, because they left. Now they need to be scared. So maybe it could be a motivation for you. Now you have to reverse the table, to turn the table around. They need to be scared. They need to have that fear. Because when they compare their life with yours, when they compare their vision to what you're showing, well, their life's shit, or it's superficial, or it's just like temporary. Maybe they had a phase, a midlife crisis, some kind of life event where they thought like, oh shit, I need to do something. But at the end of the day, they will come to a realization that, I kind of fucked it up. This guy is actually my guy. And you'll see, by doing that, they'll start to think about that. And it's not by convincing them, it's not about talking them out from the decision, it's by doing that. So words are meaningless, actions are the real thing. And so what's going to happen is they took the decision to break up, and they're going to lose control. Now they feel that by taking the decision, they could still get back with you. Now you moved on, you're away, you have your own life. This is what will create the fear within them. We are always attracted by things we can't get. It's stupid, but that's the way it is. They will lose control, they have that fear, and that will force them to move towards you. So in conclusion, radio silence, 1 or 2 months or more, it's gonna develop anxiety. And I know anxiety is fundamental. You're anxious, you want them to be anxious, okay? And that anxiety would be driving that attraction. You don't force them. I'm gonna repeat it again. You don't force them, and they will lose control of the situation. Now, you were in control. It's just a game in your brain. Now they are losing it. So pushing him away will bring him back. Remember that. And if you like it, do this. And if you like the video, like the video. It also helps me for the referencing. Take care of yourself. Bye.